Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast for Thursday, March 26, 2020. All right, so today we're still very much in the new moon energy. We did just have that new moon last Tuesday, and so it's still the very early phase of the cycle. And all in all, a good day to slowly build some momentum and maybe start to see what new is arising for this lunar month. Now, with the new moon in Pisces, this is a great time of developing more receptivity, more acceptance, and to really follow our dreams and ideals when it comes to what's important to us on a soul level. Now, the moon will be in Pisces for the first half of the day and then shifting into more active Aries the later part. So the later part going into tomorrow, really good for initiative, directness, independence. And along with this, we do also have Venus going into grounded Taurus, where she loves to be in her sign. So we could start to enjoy maybe more of the resourceful elements of life, maybe nature, good meals, relaxation, comforts, things of that level, really good moving forward. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when I return. All right, so here's the sky for this Thursday. And again, we are using the actual sky, the actual visible sky, which is different from mainstream astrology. You will notice the signs are different if you're new to this channel. For example, I did just say that the new moon was in Pisces, but if you were expecting me to say Aries, which is the mainstream sign, definitely check the link down below to get more information on true sidereal astrology, which is taking into account the actual size of the constellations. All right, so let's take a look here at the daily energy. We're still very much in this early phase of the lunar cycle. Just had that new moon last Tuesday in Pisces. And so this whole lunar month is really good for that development of our more receptive side, right? Pisces, the fish, is about being soul guided, listening to what's important to us on a soul level. And in that space, creating a bit of willingness to accept things, to listen to our intuition, and even get into some of that creative or imaginative energy. And all in all, just incorporate more peace into our life. Is fundamentally what Pisces is about. So the moon will still be in Pisces the first half of the day and then shifting into Aries. For those of you in the East, will probably feel the Pisces energy all day. But for those of you further west, like in the west coast of the Americas, you'll likely start to feel this Aries energy the later part. So there is a shift at the very least going into tomorrow, a shift from this watery energy and then getting into a little bit more of this fire energy of Aries. The later part's good for taking initiative and anything that does require action, independence, assertiveness, directness, right? So that could be the theme going into tomorrow. But of course, the big picture theme is, of course, about receptive Pisces. So the context will be how we can incorporate some of that acceptance, water energy, as well as that direct fire energy here going into tomorrow. Now, no major aspects going exact here today. We do have some minor lunar ones. The moon will be squaring up to the stellium we have over in Sagittarius, which is part of this whole collective shift with our perceptions right now at the moment, and things involving foreign stuff and international stuff and travel and things like that. So with the squared to Sagittarius, the early part of the day, just good to bring some extra attention to our perceptions. How are we perceiving life? And are we willing to, to listen to that spirit? What's guiding us in terms of what expands our horizons, maybe a bit of adventurousness, maybe get into some more of that abstract thought, seeing the bigger picture, right, and expanding our perception. And that's a bit challenging to do because Pisces is very different from Sagittarius. They normally square each other in the sky. And so in this case, the challenge, the first part of the day will be how can we, incorporate that receptivity and find peace in our life while at the same time, yes, listen to that spirit for life, expand our perceptions, maybe get into some of that open-minded stuff, really be aware of our beliefs and how we're viewing life, and get into some of that abstract realm or adventurous realm with Sagittarius. So that's on a minor theme there with the moon squaring there, but going into tomorrow, the moon will be passing over Uranus. So again, a bit of that fire energy, and it could be good for something new, something different, maybe exciting outside the norm of things with the moon over sort of eccentric and experimental Uranus, who's been in Aries this year. All right, so those are the minor lunar aspects, but today probably the most important thing is that Venus is starting to shift into Taurus, where she's in domicile. And so in this case, we could slowly start to notice that in the coming days, we could start to value a little bit more of the resources of life. It's great to be connecting to our inner resources, like our inner strength, self-reliance, resourcefulness. This can actually be quite enjoyable. We could maybe even be connecting more of that grounded way or strengthening way in our relationships. But externally as well, great time of enjoying nature and to be grateful for what we have on the material level and maybe starting to value more of the comforts or things that invoke our senses or relaxation, right? The kind of material security elements of life, both personally and in our relationships as well, with Venus now transiting Taurus. All right, but that's a shift there with the day. Let's do a quick recap so we can take a look at the other planets. We do, of course, now have Mercury direct in Aquarius, so still great to be thinking about future things, the bigger perspective, collective matters perhaps, probably still very much on our mind, and probably communicating about these things quite a bit, collectively speaking. So great time for invoking some of that future vision, some of that progressive energy with our mind and communications with Mercury and Aquarius. And then we do have Mars finishing up Sagittarius this week, going into next week. And so Mars passing over that stellium, still good to, again, expand our perception. Mars is about taking action towards what spirits us, right? Listening to that spirit for life. And there could be, some more activations with that. So great to, again, take action in a way that inspires us, that sees potentials, that expands our perceptions with Mars in Sagittarius. And of course, with the moon squaring up to Sagittarius here today, again, could be a great way of incorporating some of that willing to expand our perception, open-mindedness, with still going with the flow, practicing receptivity and acceptance with Pisces. But today the theme might shift the later part into more of that active energy of Aries. And of course, Venus going into Taurus, slowly starting to enjoy more of the resourceful and securing and natural elements of life. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the next daily forecast. Take care.